Hi, I'm Kristen, and I'm going to demonstrate my favorite back carry for babies or toddlers that like to straighten their legs and try to climb out of the wrap when you wrap them. Very annoying problem, and this carry works really well to avoid that. It's a variation of the double hammock carry. It's called double hammock tied at shoulder. There's a couple ways of doing this, but this is my favorite and seems to work really well for keeping their knees higher than their bottom in that ideal sitting position on your back that you always want to go for with a back carry. Okay, so this is Marin. She is almost 6 months old, so she's at a really good age now to be able to practically stand up on my back, and that's what she's all the time trying to do, her latest skill. So to start double hammock tied at the shoulder, you want to take a wrap that's probably going to be a little shorter than what you normally use for a double hammock. So this is a really short size 5, it's about 4 meters long. This works really well at this length for me. So what I'll do is leave just enough tail on the one end of the carry to eventually be able to tie a knot with. And I'm going to put that right about the middle of her back and leave the whole rest of the wrap on the other side. So now I'm going to put her up on my back, and you can do this however you prefer. If you've never done a back carry before, you should definitely just practice getting the baby on your back before you try to get too fancy. But I'm going to assume for the purposes of this video you know how to get your baby up there. Keep your top rails tight. I usually put them in my teeth, but because I want to be able to talk, I'm going to put them between my knees. But I actually like doing my teeth better just because it keeps it really, really snug. You want to make your seat, and I usually like to tug down all the extra wrap and just kind of, because she's such a bad leg straightener, I like to really push it up between her bottom and my back, which you can tell she's not too crazy about. And then I make the short side into my strap, so just kind of pull it snug. And again, I kind of grab at my teeth normally, but I'm going to try to do it without doing that. And then I'm going to make a strap with the other side as well, or at least, kind of make sure it's nice and snug. Now, because this is like a double hammock, I'm going to come across my chest rather than coming over my shoulder. So make sure everything's gathered together and keeping it nice and snug to keep her on my back. I'm going to just pass it all across my chest and under the other shoulder strap. Then, just like a double hammock, I'm going to pretend that I'm going to come around all the way across her back, but I'm not actually going to end up doing that. But you still want to almost have the wrap in position as if you're going to do the normal double hammock when you come up, where you would come up over your shoulder. So get it nice and tight. I'm just kind of adjusting down here to make sure it's tucked up really well, since, like I said, leg straightener. Then, instead of going over your shoulder, you're going to go under your shoulder. And you're also going to go under her leg on this side. This is the part where it's really important to make sure everything is snug. If it's not, it can end up sliding down over her bottom, and you'll kind of lose the supportiveness of the carry. Then you're going to bring it back up over your shoulder. Again, take all the slack out before going on to the next step. I even like to kind of spread it out in the back, and it doesn't matter if it gets a twist in it here. Just get it nice and spread out. Then I'm going to bring it all the way back over her back. Again, as if I'm going to go up over my shoulder again with it. But instead of doing that, just like last time, I'm going to gather it down at the bottom. She pulls out my ponytail. And I'm going to tuck it underneath her leg. And make sure, once more, that you get all the slack out. At this point, I'm going to stand up. Make sure she feels nice and snug and everything's tight. And she is ready for a nap. And then I'm going to finish it off. There's a couple ways you could do this. Some people like to do a slip knot, and that's usually what I do if I'm in a hurry. Another thing, if I'm planning on wearing her for a long time, that I like to do is called a knotless chest belt. So to do that, you just do as if you're going to tie your shoes. The first kind of half knot, get it nice and snug. There. Oh. And then with the piece that's left, rather than tying a slip knot, take it across your chest. Tuck it through your other strap, and then tuck it through the middle strap that you just created. And it looks kind of nifty, and it also kind of takes some of the baby's weight and straightens it across your chest. And those are cries of frustration because she cannot straighten her legs. They are tucked neatly into the proper position on my back. Thank you.